Welcome to the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Just like that, Kathy Engelbert, the WNBA, the team owners, the Players Association, in the split of an instance, all of it can change. In a split instance, all of it can change. If this injury does anything, it should be a wake-up call to the WNBA, the Players Association, the team owners, that just like that, all this fanfare, all this interest, all this newfound attention on the league can disappear overnight. Caitlin Clark's out 2 weeks. Caitlin Clark, somebody who was responsible for 26.5% of all WNBA economic activity last season, including revenue from merchandise, ticket sales, and television, is out for a minimum of 2 weeks. Minimum of 2 weeks, more like 4 to 6 weeks. Minimum of 2 weeks, because remember, that's when she gets reevaluated. More like 4 to 6 weeks. And I'm already seeing people saying, I'm taking a break. I'm already seeing people say, I'll be back in a little bit. And to those people, that's your prerogative. If you want updates on the games, I'll be here. If you want to know how it went down, you don't want to waste 2 hours watching the games, I'll be here letting you know how the Indiana Fever are performing. But the Indiana Fever, that road show, the merchandise, the ticket sales, the television, the road show, Indiana Fever are coming to town, the scheduling conflict, that's over for the time being. That is 100% over for the time being. Brewers analysis suggests that if Clark simply maintains her current momentum through an expanded 2025 season, her impact on the WNBA's economy could reach $875 million with modest growth and continued fan interest. Brewer believes that number could exceed $1 billion. Brewer is a renowned financial professor who specializes in projecting evaluations and seeing evaluations. So this isn't just some Joe Schmo on YouTube saying, oh, this is how much he's worth. No, this is somebody with some cachet. This is somebody with some credentials. This is the number amount attached to Caitlin Clark. So if you see this number amount and you think that her being out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks isn't going to be a massive financial hit, isn't going to be a massive gut shot to the WNBA, we need to wake up and smell the roses. Kathy, you need to wake up and take a look at what's transpiring. Chiney, president of the Players Association, you need to wake up and be like, all those $1 million contracts that I was going to use Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever's numbers to get the dollar amounts that I want. Nope. The owners, they're going to be looking at this and they're going to be saying, walking right into the collective bargaining negotiations, rubbing their hands like Birdman because they know they have the high ground. Shout out to Obi-Wan. Merchandise, ticket sales, and television. Let's start with the first two, merchandise and ticket sales. The Indiana Fever versus the Washington Mystics. The Mystics moved into a larger arena, an arena that seats 14,000. The Chicago Sky moved into a larger arena, an arena that seats 19,000. Those sellouts that would have been if Caitlin Clark was in the lineup, those aren't going to be sellouts anymore. It holds 14,000 right now. It'll probably hold 8 to 9 without Caitlin Clark. It holds 19,000 right now. It'll probably hold 10 to 12. The states are close enough. But let's follow that train of thought. If there's not as many people in the building, then not as many people are going to be buying merchandise. If there's not that many people in the building, then team owners, they're going to suffer because all those people who are going to be getting beer, who'd be getting food, who'd be getting this, they're not going to be there. They're going to be staying home. They're not going to be there spending money. They're going to be staying home. The family of four that would travel from a state out, get a hotel room, that family of four no longer coming. The Caitlin Clark superfan that's flying in a day early, that fan no longer coming. The person from Europe, the person from England, the person from Germany, the person from Australia, the person from China, the person from here, the person from there, that person, they canceled their tickets as soon as they heard that news. You think they want to sit on a 10-plus hour flight No. And then a 10 plus hour flight back? No. Deal with the hassle of customs, deal with the hassle of traveling? I can assure you, no, 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 no. The road show is officially over. When it comes to the home attendance, 17,274. I believe that's the number that is always reported. I want to give Fever fans, the newish Fever fans, a little bit more credit than that. Because the old Fever fans before Caitlin Clark got here, their attendance was the last in the league. So I can't give you too much credit now, can I? But the newer fans, I want to say that 17, that still might hover around 12-ish. That 17,000 in the building, that still might be around 10 to 12-ish, which is a respectable number. Not, oh my God, these girls need $1 million contracts number. Not, oh my God, where are the charter flights number. Not, oh my gosh, this is, everybody watches women's. Not that number, but a respectable number. But even those at Gainsbridge, if it's, they're used to $17,000 worth of merchandise sales, beer sales, so on and so forth, well, they're not going to be getting anywhere near that. That's a major financial hit. Before I touch on the TV ratings, let's just think about the surrounding areas, the surrounding businesses. Up, the Indiana Fever have a game. Up, the Indiana Fever are coming to town. Hotel prices, time to jack those up. Hotel prices, time to jack those up. Those hotels, they're going to be suffering. They're going to be getting cancels out the wahoo. Oh, damn. Oh, another cancel reservation. Oh, another cancel. Shoot. Surrounding businesses. People landing a day early, 2 days early to walk around, take in the area. Nope, not happening. Restaurants. Nope, not happening. Bars. Nope, not happening. Financially, this is a huge impact. Yes, on the WNBA, but Caitlin Clark is a stimulus package to whatever city she showed up to. Caitlin Clark was a stimulus package to the WNBA and a stimulus package to whatever city she showed up to. Moving along. Television. Well, let's just stay at ticket sales, actually. The ticket that used to sell for $300, now selling for $100. That ticket that used to sell for $500, now selling for $200. That ticket that used to sell for $200, $50. That $1,000 floor seat, $600. Until it's the game of, and then it's, damn, this isn't selling, $400. Brutal. Brutal. And again, nobody forced the owners to move into a bigger arena. They wanted to feed off that stimulus package. Up, you snooze, you lose. You snooze, you lose. That Gateway Arena in it, oh man. Come on. Tickets are getting resold at a extremely high rate right now. A higher rate that I was expecting. That when I looked at Ticketmaster and I looked at all these resale websites, I'm like, oh, at least 50% of these people are trying to come off their tickets, right? At least 50% are trying to come off their tickets. It's like 100 tickets in each section. That's the lower bowl. A lot of people are canceling plans and rearranging their finances right now. Television ratings. Caitlin Clark, let's take a look at these two games. CBS, Chicago Sky. NBA TV, Washington Mystics. Let's stay there. Caitlin Clark versus the Atlanta Dream. NBA TV, 591,000. Going head-to-head against the NBA playoffs. What's that number going to look like this Wednesday? Yikes. 300, 350. 300, 350. Especially with people watching on League Pass. Especially with people watching on League Pass. That number is going to decrease. The Chicago Sky game on CBS. That number is going to be better than I think people are expecting. And the WNBA better count their lucky stars that it's the Chicago Sky and not the Phoenix Mercury. That's the only positive when it comes to this. The last time these two teams played in the regular season this year, 2.7 million views. When we can compare that to last year's trend, last year, each time they matched up, they kept getting more viewership. until the final game where they got 1.6 in the blowout. Ion's most viewed WNBA telecast ever. But last year, every time the Chicago Sky played, they went from 1.5 to 2.2 to 2.3. This year could have been the same trend. They could have gone from 2.7 to 2.9 to 3.2. 2.7 to 3.1 to 3.5. This 2.7 number, I think is going to be hovering around the 1.25 number, 1.5 number, 50% drop off. Still a million views, but a 50% drop off. And why is there still going to be a million view number? Well, folks, let me give you some justification. Last year in the WNBA Finals, we saw that Indiana Fever fans will carry over, Caitlin Clark fans will carry over and watch something else that's not Caitlin Clark. That's the WNBA Finals. This is a 2-week stretch, 3-week stretch, 4-week stretch. If she was out for the season, I'm giving you 700,000, 800,000 numbers. But people can say, I'll hold on for 2 weeks. I'll hold on for 3 weeks. I'll hold on for a month. Not going to hold on all summer. Not going to hold on heading into fall. But I'll hold on as long as I can. So the Chicago Sky game, yeah, instead of giving you a 3.1 million, that one's going to be somewhere around 1.25, 1.5. The games that used to be 1.5, 1.2, then we're looking at high 800,000 numbers. High 750,000 numbers. Better than the rest of the league based on what Caitlin Clark has already established with people saying, you know what, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. But there's going to be a good 300, 400, 500 saying, I'll be back in 2 weeks. I'll be back in 4 weeks. If at the very minimum, there should be a wake-up call to the WNBA. Because I'll tell you this right now, if this was the NBA and LeBron James or Steph Curry went down, you know what they're doing to these nationally televised games? They're flexing another team in there. WNBA doesn't have that ability. The WNBA can't flex another game in there that will satisfy advertisers. If I'm paying $3 million for some advertising space for a commercial time slot between 7:30 and 7:34, and I'm expecting 3 million people to take a look at my advertising, take a look at my commercials, see what I got going on, and that number only turns into 500,000, I lost tons of money right there. WNBA doesn't have enough stars to fill in this spot. They need to leave the Fever there realistically. They need to leave the Fever in these televised games, whether it's Ion, NBA TV, CBS, ABC, even without Caitlin Clark. They need to leave them there. Because just the name association is bigger than anything else that this league has seen. This is a huge blow to the WNBA, a huge blow to the players. The owners, though they might have lost money moving into some bigger arenas, they might gain money on the back end saying, yeah, you're not getting those $1 million contracts. And if you are, then maybe 3 players in this league are. Fee, Asia, Caitlin. Yeah, you guys aren't getting 500,000, but if you are, maybe a role player or team's getting that 500. These numbers are going to go down. The owners are going to walk into those negotiation rooms feeling themselves. Shout out to Beyonce. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling my... Again, they're lucky this is only a rumored 2 to 4 weeks. Because if the news was the season, people would tune out 100%. Because at the end of the day, people are wasting their time watching this. It's not like these ratings just come out of nowhere. People set aside 2 hours, set aside 2.5 hours, set aside a whole day to make a road trip. The numbers don't just pop up out of nowhere. But then, Diana Taurasi had an injury and the WNBA survived. WNBA has never had somebody that actually puts attention on this league. WNBA has never had a superstar. Their first superstar that they've been treating like shit all season long, all career long, goes down, and people are feeling a type of way. They're allowed to. Shout out to Rich Homie Quan. Rest in peace, actually. Some are going to hang out, stick it through, see what the team's about. I'll be standing right there next to you guys. Those that want to tune out for 2 weeks, 4 weeks, go ahead. Come over here after the games. Come over here in the morning, and I'll give it to you straight. I'll let you know how the games went. I'll let you know how Kelsey and AB played. I'll let you know how Brianna Turner played. I'll let you know how Sydney and Sophie and Lexi. I'll let you know how everybody went down. I'll let you know how Stephanie White stepped it up to get DeWanna Bonner and Tasha Howard the ball more. I'll let you know how it all transpires. Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark. Road show's gone. The home crowd, still going to be respectable, but the ratings aren't going to be anywhere near the numbers that are needed to force the owner's hand when it comes to CBA negotiations. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I appreciate all of the support. 26.5% of all WNBA economic activity. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. We'll see you next time, and as always, take it easy.